Look how trippy that is. In today's video, we're going to be going over how I use AI as a creator. And these are going to be actual workflows that I use. They're not just going to be random hot trash. And if you stick around, we're going to talk about a spicy service at the end of the video. So one big problem that a lot of people have with AI tools and all of these digital downloads that people are trying to shove down your throat these days is that they're selling these packs of like 300 best prompts, 1,000 best prompts, 5,000 best prompts for all these different specific use cases. But the thing is that as much value as it might seem like you're getting from that many different prompts, realistically it's all a bunch of noise. Like if you realistically are looking at that many prompts, you're never going to use you're not even going to use 1% of those. And all the other stuff, trying to sift through them, you're probably going to get so overwhelmed that you're not even going to want to use the rest of the bundle that you purchased. My intent is to help you cut the fat of that and eliminate the noise, because all of the workflows that I'm sharing are going to be ones that I specifically use on a regular basis. So to give you an outline of the video, we're going to start with ChatGPT, and I'm going to share with you a lot of workflows that you might not have even known, a lot of features that are like underrated that really should just not be free, like the voice bot, the memory that ChatGPT uses, and how you can utilize this to best serve your desires and goals. Secondly, we're going to use Merlin AI. It's my favorite AI Chrome extension that I mostly use for YouTube video summarization. Thirdly, we're going to be looking at Leonardo, and I have recently crafted this really sick workflow where I create these similar looking AI generated thumbnails for my YouTube videos and my Substack post. That way I kind of build this brand coherence with the backend community that we're building. So that's been fun, and I can't wait to share that workflow with you today. Perplexity AI, there's not much to say about that. It's just the best AI research tool that I use. And then finally, we're going to end off this video with that spicy one I was telling you about. It's a 21 service for $20 a month, and I'm not affiliated with them, but they bring some serious value to the table. Let's jump right into it, shall we? Let's go to GPT real quick. Starting off here, I'm going to go to the settings. I feel like we're not realizing what power we have at our disposal. Let's go to the personalization. I will admit, I actually didn't realize the second part was even in ChatGPT until I was recording this video, and I went and set it up earlier. So you can set up all these distinctions. What should ChatGPT call you? What do you do? What traits should ChatGPT have? So for example, I said, I'm a digital creator, I'm a community builder, I'm a spiritual guide. And then what traits should ChatGPT have? I put talk like Gen Z in your responses because I want you to keep them at a 6th grade reading level. Because the thing is, I've found that when you ask GPT to put things simpler, it does a lot of the heavy lifting of synthesizing complex topics into smaller words. And the thing is, using smaller words tends to just perform a lot better and resonate with more audiences these days, because it's Gen Z, guys. The attention spans are just not giving like they used to. I want you to be innovative and not just a yes man. I want you to occasionally bring up counter arguments and ask me valuable introspective questions that will allow me to come up with personalized solutions. And so it also has some suggestions like chatty, witty, opinionated. You can customize your AI agent however you'd like. And this type of personalization in ChatGPT, I just don't know how they offer this on the free plan. I'm not on the premium, but I use the shit out of this program. And then I gave it a couple other details, like things that I value. I value growth, presence, mindfulness, digital effectiveness, literacy, and to aid in evolution, success, guiding others to their personal truth, and connecting with and serving Gen Z students. And pretty much I'm telling it my goal is to be a purpose and impact-driven leader for the collective. And then I told them my movement's called Flow Creators, and I'm a 33 life path, etc., etc. So once you guys have set this up, the other thing that is a key feature in using ChatGPT effectively is the history, because I think this is solely the most valuable thing you can do in ChatGPT, because all you have to do is a one-time exercise, sit down with it and tell it, hey, these are all the things I want you to know about me and keep in your memory to better assist me in whatever it is you're building. So if you go to manage, I'd say about once a month, you should probably come in here and delete anything that's no longer aligned or just not really relevant, because I found that the memory will actually fill up kind of quickly when you're chatting with ChatGPT quite often. This sounds pretty aligned. I don't think it needs to know exactly what I look like, so I can delete that one. Related to your target audience, stuff related to your mission. A lot of the times it's going to automatically remember things as you're typing, but you can specifically tell it to remember something when you type it to ensure that it does. And so this alone is now going to just enhance your ability to use GPT as your co-pilot in your everyday life so much more effectively. You're actually going to be, you're going to want to be using this daily now, because it's like your best friend. It's going to have it's like an AI version of your subconscious, because it knows what you want and you don't even have to think about it. It just does a lot of the heavy lifting for you. And so some really good context that I've liked to use this with is that I use it with self-discovery tools. So the thing is, the big three tools that I use in my academy, we use human design, we use numerology, and I use a bit of Chinese astrology and a little bit of the gene keys. But the thing is I say a little bit because I know that astrology tends to be misused, and I know the gene keys is just really complex. But the thing is that I have, if I go to my human design thing, I usually recommend people do their human design reading. And so basically what I really love about this website is that once you get your reading from here, you can literally select everything here and paste it into ChatGPT. So I would just copy this and paste that into ChatGPT and say, hey, this is my human design profile. I want you to assume the role of my human design master teacher and explain what each of these things mean. So now I've taken my entire reading, and ChatGPT is just going to be my co-pilot in dissecting it and applying it to my life. And so if you've already put all of your goals into ChatGPT, it's now going to go an extra layer further and help you understand how this type of reading can apply to your everyday life and what you're trying to do, how you can lean more into your personal design. The next use case, on the free plan, you can't create your own bots, but a lot of big influencers have bots that they've created. And so I think this content bot right here, this one's good at generating hooks. It's by this TikToker named Mino Lee. I actually plan on shouting him out in my Substack community sometime this week, because his content has been actually just so aligned. And so I have an 11 Labs thing, which this one will generate a voiceover. I have a hook writer, which is like a more advanced hook writer. And the cool thing about pinning these bots that you've used before to your sidebar is that, one, it's a reminder to use them, and two, I could be in any single conversation, and then I could say, hey, I can use the @ symbol, hook writer, write me a couple headlines for an article about how to use human design, and boom. So unlock your potential. Beginner's Guide to Using Human Design in Everyday Life. Human Design 101, use your unique blueprint to thrive. Live your design, a step-by-step guide to applying human design. This thing is just a bunch of good hooks. No, I haven't tried the content bot yet, so let me actually give it a chance to shine. I want you to also give me hooks for the human design content. I'm gonna move my camera to this side for now. Oh, that's great. So, okay, so already looking at this, I've just decided that I like Mino Lee's content bot generator way more than the hook writer. The hook writer one felt kind of generic, even though the person that gave it to me, the tool to me, assured that like the tool was really good. But this is sick. Educational hooks, opinion hooks, lifestyle hooks. That's so freaking sick. Here's exactly how to use human design to stop making decisions you regret. Oh my god, that's so good. I've got to genuinely use some of these. Okay, so basically, we've already seen me cook a little bit with ChatGPT here. I've mentioned the @ so now let's move on to renaming it. I want to call this my human design hook bot. And so now I've named my chat, and you guys gotta I don't even have access to folders in the free pen, but you don't need access to folders when you're actively using the URLs. So I'm going to take this URL, and I personally like to use Google Keep to organize miscellaneous things that I want to come back to at a later date. So, and of course I use Microsoft Edge. And so every tool that I use often, as you can see, this is my video script here in the right sidebar. I'm using Workflowy as my video outline. And what's actually really neat about Workflowy too, is I could present this and literally use this. Right now my webcam's in the way. I could use this as like a literal presentation, and like I could be following over this guide to do the video, but I don't really want to shoot the video that way. Google Keep. And so I just created a sticky note before this video of favorite AI agents. So I have my image prop agent, which we're going to get into a little bit later in the video. I'm going to put human design books because I want to make human design a big pillar of my content strategy. And so now I've put that bot there. So now instead of like, let's say a month from now, I want to start cooking some human design videos, I don't have to like search through all of my previous chats. I can just literally go to Google Keep and boop, click that open. And now we're in business. We're back chatting with the man in charge of that topic. And so you can do this in any notes application. I just really enjoy using Google Keep for this type of stuff. This is my organization strategy. As you can see, I have action items, copy and paste. I have a bunch of symbols that I like to copy and paste and stuff like that. I have brand pillars, brand inspiration, visual inspiration, keyboard shortcuts, wall of love, things I want to remember. And just in general, I just save miscellaneous things I find around the web that I don't necessarily want to put in my main journal. Actually, things that I want to be stickier than things that I drop in my journal, I usually put in Google Keep. So of course, and having your favorite AI agents, if you want easy access to it, no matter where it is in any of these things, I can pin it and it will come to the top of the main notes page. And I don't need this pinned right now though. So yeah, so here's a bonus tip from my Cosmos collections. This is just another really insane way you can use ChatGPT. The voice bot, like if you click conversation on the mobile, I don't know how they allow the voice model to still be free, but it is free. And you can literally ask it stuff like this. And what's really genius about using ChatGPT as like somebody to have a conversation with for content is that when you ask AI, people understand that AI is not biased towards one person's opinion or not. Like it's giving you just factual evidence that it's getting from the web. When you tend to ask the AI bot a good question, you get good answers. And here's a great example of that.
If you were a human, how would you escape the matrix in one paragraph?
To escape the matrix, the first realization must be that much of what we perceive is a construct, an illusion shaped by societal conditioning, media, and material desires. To break free, you need to prioritize liberating your mind by questioning deeply held beliefs, engaging in practices like meditation or mindfulness to reconnect with your inner self, and distancing from distractions that pull you back into the system. Physically, focus on health through natural holistic means, exercise, nutrition, and energy work like yoga or breath work to remove dependence on processed lifestyles. Spiritually, you need to reconnect with your purpose, nurturing your soul through practices that align with personal truth rather than societal expectations. Financially, building freedom involves detaching from the need for traditional jobs by creating value on your own terms, whether through entrepreneurship, investments, or decentralized economies. It's about shifting away from...
Okay, so you get the picture. That was a chilling answer. This item right here is actually in my Cosmos collection. I save my favorite clips that I come across all over the internet. For one, that one was found in my Flow Creators collection. But for this video, as I'm going to also leave in the description, I would recommend, if you're looking for other really great AI tools, I would recommend that you go to my Tools and Stacks collection that is right over here. And because this one talks about a lot more different AI tools, applications that you can use to enhance your creative process. I think we're almost done with ChatGPT now. So next up, we're moving on to Merlin AI. And so let's go find a video to summarize. Okay, so this is actually a YouTube video that I've been meaning to take my own time to summarize. It's a video by Mino Lee. I'm gonna move my camera over real quick. And so basically, It's how I grew 200,000 followers in 1 year with working 90 minutes a day. His content's been like absolutely crushing as of recent. Like I said, I'm going to be shouting him out. But so basically I can generate a summary right after loading up his video. So I'm going to generate a summary. As you can see, if I expand this in a couple seconds, I now have the entire video. His first part, master the art of the hook. Second part, viewer retention is critical. 1221, importance of matching B-roll to video content. Select the B-roll that corresponds to your spoken content. Keep the visuals engaging, match the B-roll. So I can use these AI generated chapters. As you can see, he didn't have chapters in the video, but I could very effectively sift through this and find the gems from this video. And the thing is, funny enough, when I came across this for the first time 11 days ago, I actually used the AI. It gives you the option with Merlin to comment the highlights of this video. And as you can see, it's one of the, I wouldn't say, I don't know if it's top comment, but it's like the second top comment, because people were like grateful that I went and added the transcriptions to the video because it's a 31-minute video. So that's really badass. Merlin will also use the transcript, and you can click one of these buttons to create a Twitter thread, create a LinkedIn post, or like a blog post for Substack. I've tested it out, but I never use this feature because it just feels too like general AI generated. But what's really cool as well is that you can press this button right here and ask the context, the transcript of the video, a specific question, which is really freaking awesome. Is that it's a completely free tool, and they give you like 100+ queries per day. And depending on how long the video is, it'll probably consume like anywhere from like 7 to 15 queries per video. So realistically, you could easily summarize 6 to 8 videos for free per day with Merlin. And the other way I summarize YouTube videos as well, if I want to make sure that I get through an entire YouTube video, I'll also consider saving it to my Readwise. I know Readwise is more of a paid subscription, but I just want to mention it in today's video. Because what's really cool about Readwise's saves, yes, it costs like $8 a month.
In the past,
with YouTube videos, you can it will highlight where you are in the video. Let me lower the volume, but you can do this.
When it evokes a strong emotional response in the viewer. Now you angry.
I can skim through.
That's a little weird.
I can highlight parts of the YouTube video, and everything that I highlight, for example, is it a little sus, a little sussy? And then if I go to my notebook, it'll have everything that I highlighted right here. So let's say a YouTube video just dropped so many gems that I need to make sure I'm coming back to it. I'll save it to my Readwise, and now that'll be in my Readwise circulation. If I want to, you know, check, be reminded of things that I've highlighted in the past, this'll also be there. Readwise also has an AI called the Ghost Reader, where I can ask questions from the YouTube video. Ask a question, generate thought-provoking questions. Let's just do one example. Generate thought-provoking questions. Let's see, 3, 2, 1, and boom. And so it says, what specific strategies did Mino Lee empty into the first 3 to 5 seconds of his video to enhance viewer retention engagement? Okay. How did Mino Lee's approach to creating content different from traditional methods, and what impact did it have on his follower growth? So you get the picture. You can invoke the AI Ghost Reader to add some depth to your research and studying of these topics. Another side note of how I'm using Readwise this year. So I've been following this guy named Nero Knowledge, and he dropped his reading list video towards the end of last year. So every single book he had in his reading list, I downloaded like an EPUB version of it and manually uploaded it to Readwise. The reason why I've done this is because I found myself buying books twice. Like I buy the physical copies, and then I buy like audiobook versions so that I can listen and read them at the same time. But I found that when you download the original file and save it into Readwise, what ends up happening is that Readwise has the ability to play back audio.
How we got here. The ugly truth. 1. How we got here. Shoes stuck to a floor covered in dried soda and crushed bits of candy. My nostrils were full with...
So you get the picture. You can customize. There's a lot of different voices that you can choose from. It just so happens the voice I liked most, his name was also Dan. And you can change the speed up to 3 times, and you can jump forward and back. So what more could you want from a full-blown reading experience? And just like the YouTube video, anything I highlight is going to be in the notebook. And then you can also invoke the Ghost Reader on the entire book. It's a really sick flow. I'm really excited for this next one because I've just developed it this week right here. Oh, wrong camera. Right here. I have created this AI prompt creation bot. I'm going to go back to the beginning of the conversation. And so I gave it some images. So I've recently found, let's see, I'm going to open my whiteboard for context. Oh wait, no, I have it in Figma. Okay, essentially, I saw the Substack publication, The Art of like Self-Improvement, I think it was called. And they had these really sick, like AI generated designed covers. They even have like Rick Rubin's book cover inside of the AI generated title. They probably like did some photoshopping and post it to make it achieve this result. But I loved that consistent AI art style. So I was like, I want this for the Synthesizer Society and the Flow Creators org. So it was like, hey, I pretty much was like, I want you to be my prompt engineer for Leonardo. I want you to generate me consistent images for my Substack newsletter. And I was like, I want it to be Japanese, Chinese, like anime inspired characters. And I want you to have like this dark academia vibe to it. And pretty much I'm like, I'm going to tell you a newsletter topic. And then I want you to spit out a prompt that will design a scene that tells a story somewhat relevant to the aspect of the title that will generate a badass image in this consistent style and theme. I have a post where I'm talking about my favorite lifetime deals. And I was like, okay, here's a tailored prompt for you. An anime-style character sitting in a minimalist yet elegant wooden desk, serene, softly lit study. And so you get the picture. So I copied this from ChatGPT and I pasted it into here. And as you can see here, these were the first 4 results that I got from this. And so to give you guys, to fill you guys in, I'm using the anime model on Leonardo. This is the completely free plan. I have it on fast, 16:9, medium size, and number of images 4. So for example, let's make a thumbnail together for this video right here. You're probably going to see this in the final result. So this one is my favorite AI tools that I actually use. So I'm excited for this. Woo. Okay, come on GPT, give me something beautiful. Okay, so an anime style. I don't even need to read it because GPT just cooks. Let me X out of this, go back to the top. I'm going to paste it right here. And so you see for 10 credits, I can get 4 images. And as you can see, daily you get 150 free credits. So I could literally try 15 different times to get a result that I like. And as you can see with my past results, I haven't had to try more than twice to get a badass image. So 20 credits per thing, I can cook with these thumbnails for days. And so let's see what I got here. This is in real time. I'm not speeding anything up so you guys can see how long it takes. I'm going to assume it's going to take about 16 seconds. There we go, 16 seconds. And look at that. This one's kind of cool. I also like this one, but there's not enough human in it. Let me generate one more. And this one I will skip. Yo, okay, these are kind of badass. So I like this keyboard futuristic desk theme. That's kind of cool. This guy is also pretty killer. I could see one of these working. So I think I'm gonna grab this one. Like one of these 3 are definitely clutch. I feel like this one kind of matches the warm tones enough, but oh, actually, you know what? I didn't even see how clean this one was. They're all good options. You're gonna see one of these in the thumbnails of this video. But yeah, I also when I was training the prompt, I gave it this color palette too because I wanted like these pastel colors. So I encouraged it to use these types of color schemes as well. And I didn't even realize you could upload multiple images in the prompting. And it appears that it's abiding by this. These are the other generators. These are all other images that I've generated just this week for the newsletters. So yeah, that's literally all it took. You could do this in the next 20 minutes. You could like redesign all of your entire Substack publication. Let me actually show you my new spiced up Substack publication. So I've just updated the Synthesizer Society and it feels like it's coming together. I've got the welcome post. I've got the minimalist tool stack. This thumbnail I haven't updated yet because it's technically a duplicate of this post. It's just more new. So I'll probably remove it. Right now I'm just focused on documenting stuff for the Flow Creators Academy, but the Mentor Synthesis brand, oh, I cannot wait to start diving into the topics there. but the flow created stuff is more foundational, so it has to come first. So yeah, that's literally all it is. Completely free, and you can have this consistent look. Okay, so I had some other notes that I wanted to share with you on this topic. I was saying that having a perfect library of prompts won't actually help you. The thing is, like, these libraries, like I was telling you earlier, like 300 of the best prompts for XYZ, like that's just noise. Ideally, just describe what you need the AI tool to do in a good amount of detail starting out. I don't know what I was doing. I just said a random paragraph of some random details, and then boom, now I've got this sick workflow. And so the thing is, I was mentioning as well that you should incorporate visual elements like pop culture references that really resonate with you. Like if you're like a huge Avatar The Last Airbender fan, then like sprinkle a bit of that into the prompt here. So like I want like Last Airbender themed work. If I go to some of my liked posts on Leonardo, like this AI bot is insane. Like if I go to my library or some of my liked stuff, I know I liked some prompts earlier from like some Minecraft looking generated graphics. I've seen people like farm crazy amounts of views from using like Minecraft-esque graphics and then putting like motivational quotes or video topics on top of it. It's just gonna resonate with that like younger audience. You could choose like a relaxing Minecraft art style that will come alive. And this is just a great way to attract a like-minded tribe of people that are gonna resonate with your content. So I think that's about it, the Leonardo workflow. Also, one last thing about Leonardo, on their homepage, they have a lot of really cool, I can go to the trending top community creations. You can look at the top creations on the platform, and if you really dig the art style of whichever one you're looking at, let's say you just really fuck with this dark aesthetic theme, all the prompt details are here. And so I could copy this and then paste this prompt into ChatGPT and say, or no, is it this prompt? I could say, hey, this is the prompting detail format I want you to give when giving me my result. So essentially you plug what's already worked on Leonardo with your added context, and then now whenever you give it a topic idea, it'll spit out a perfect prompt for you to use in Leonardo to get your desired result for whatever scene it is you're trying to world build with. This is some sauce right here, guys. If you've made it to this point, please like this video and subscribe. Moving on to the final part of the video. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, not the final part. Last one, Perplexity AI. Very straightforward. This is my version of Google. Like for example, how do I add image mask source in OBS? In 2 seconds, it gave me a step-by-step walkthrough. I didn't have to watch some crazy YouTube video to figure this simple step out. It just gave me the whole rundown in a couple seconds. So this is it's just way better than Googling things and getting niche results. And on top of that, sometimes your answers just aren't on the regular web. And so like I was troubleshooting like some printer issues last week, and I managed to solve my issue by let's say fix my printer. I was able to solve my issue by focusing on just social, because if I focus by social, essentially it's gonna search like Reddit threads and stuff like that. Go, boom. So things this is how fast it's supposed to load when the tab's actually loaded correctly. But yeah, so it's gonna give me a bunch of threads that I can refer to get things done. An incredible free tool. All of your conversations are in your library too, so you can revisit old conversations. You can save your conversations and send them to more people. It's just a crazy helpful AI search engine. Okay, the tool you've been waiting for, probably. A little birdie on Discord shared this tool with me. There's this resource called Stealth Pack. This is their sell. Access to 20 plus premium AI and e-commerce tools. So you get premium. Thing is, even if you're not in the e-commerce space, this is totally worth it, because you get a premium account for ChatGPT Plus. I'm not sure if they've included the new $200 a month subscription, but it's possible. They have the 11 Labs, which is the premium AI voice generator for your content, like the full-blown subscription. There are a lot of really niche tools for e-commerce, like Ad Spies and like I know Jungle Scout was one of the ones I used back in the day. Foreplay is a really insane Facebook ads manager like collection tool. However, I guess your collections would be mixed up with other people's collections, so that because I think they share an account. So I'm not sure how the nuance of those details would work, but essentially this is quite literally over $4,000 a month in software, like genuine software subscriptions that you can get access to through this platform. I'm not affiliated with them. I'm not going to get anything from pushing you over there. But the thing is, nobody else on YouTube is talking about this because there's only 184 people in this community that are somewhat aware of this. There's even Brain FM, you know, those like awesome sounds. One thing that's also underrated is not just the software, but they have a bunch of courses. Actually, I'm going to open the Discord so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so in their Discord server, they have all of the new resources that are currently being added to the library. eRank has been added. Trend Lab has been added. Oh my god, that's insane. Analyze, discover, turning music across platforms. That's awesome. But I would say the only downside to this software is just the fact that you're technically sharing these accounts with other people, but the way that they've managed to do the account sharing is very well done. But yeah, anybody else who saves things to the specific profile that's being used, there will be a little bit of clash, there will be a little bit of crossover, but all these subscriptions do work. They've even got Envato Elements. I know they've got a great library of resources. Guys, be aware, this is pirating. This is not good. This is for educational purposes only. I'm not condoning this, but if you know somebody who might need to get educated, this is a great resource. Well, this concludes today's video. As you can see, it's now 7 p.m. I think we started the video a little over an hour ago. It's dark out now, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. I've got 54 minutes on this recording, so let's see how short we can get this in the edit. Anyways, keep flowing, stay growing. Catch you next time. Peace.